It's Friday, November 26th, 2021, and Stephen Sondheim has just died earlier today. Now, if you've been following my channel for some time now, you have probably heard me talk quite extensively about Mr. Sondheim, talking about his legacy, his music, his musicals, his philosophy, and so I just wanted to take a few minutes tonight and, pay some kind of homage or tribute to the person, the man that I really considered to be the last real genius. At least for me, he was the last living genius, and now he's gone and he's passed. But he has left so many wonderful things behind, and we are now able to talk about his legacy and really get to see the whole picture and everything that he's left behind. So even though it is incredibly sad for us and for me to think about Mr. Stephen Sondheim not being here on this earth anymore, it really feels like a weight, like an absence. Even though it is incredibly sad, I think there's a lot to rejoice in. And so I just want to talk a little bit about him. Actually, I made a video celebrating his last birthday, his 91st birthday, earlier this year. And you can go and check that out in case you're interested. I sort of shared some of my Stephen Sondheim related anecdotes throughout my life in that video. So in this video, I just want to address the fact that he's gone and he will be incredibly missed. He was always, in my opinion, a beacon of sanity and lively art, and his entire way of looking at art and music and composing and lyrics and the integration of everything in theater, his theatricality in his writing and in his music, just the integration of everything. To me, he really stood up as a beacon of all of that, and a very lifelike kind of force. In Stephen Sondheim's work, in his musicals, you can really see the light and the darkness of humanity. You can see the playfulness of his writing. He's an incredibly playful author, and very elegant and very human. He was a very, very human artist, in my opinion. So, in case you want to know a little bit about, some of Stephen Sondheim's work, and maybe if you have heard of Stephen Sondheim but you haven't actually experienced his music yourself, I would certainly recommend going on YouTube and checking out some of his musicals. You can see them for free. They are in full-length musicals on YouTube, and you can see them for free. I certainly recommend Sunday in the Park with George, probably his masterpiece in many ways, and a personal favorite of mine. I would recommend Passion, which I think is also there on YouTube for free. You can check out Into the Woods, another very famous one. There's many Stephen Sondheim material that you can get very cheaply or very accessibly or just for free on the internet. In case you want to read some nonfiction about Stephen Sondheim, I do have some recommendations. If you are a newly started or a newbie to Stephen Sondheim's life and legacy, I would recommend starting with Stephen Sondheim Alive by Meryl Seacrest. This is more of a standard biography, but it's really, really, really good. It's very integrated. It feels like a novel. It's like a very easily told and beautifully told tale of Sondheim's life. If you are a little bit more into Stephen Sondheim, I would recommend On Sondheim, An Opinionated Guide by Ethan Morton. Very interesting commentary on his work. And another one that I have read this year actually is Putting It Together by James Lapine, and this is James Lapine taking us through the process of putting on the musical Sunday in the Park with George. Fun fact, I actually have this painting by Georges Seurat. I have this on the wall of my consulting room, my office, the place where I work every day, where I see patients every day. So this is the painting that I look at every day. So that just goes to tell you how present Stephen Sondheim and his work are in my everyday life, and how much I think of him and his legacy and his philosophy, his life-like, buoyant, sort of vivid, almost tingly approach to art and to music. I think Stephen Sondheim as an individual and as a force of life and art has really shaped the way that I think as a person, as a reader, and even as a psychoanalyst and a psychotherapist. I actually wrote a dissertation paper about Stephen Sondheim and Sunday in the Park with George specifically, and being a psychoanalyst, and how those things are very much alike. Because I want to commemorate and pay a tribute or pay an homage to Stephen Sondheim because of his passing today, I want to sort of start my own project, my Sondheim project, if you will. I would love to read some more books about Stephen Sondheim or by Stephen Sondheim. I will read some of this in December and some of them, in the following months, but I really want to take my time and really celebrate Stephen Sondheim's legacy. So of course I need to read Stephen Sondheim's literary masterpiece. These are two beautiful books that I just acquired. I just purchased these last month, actually, so great timing. And these are by Stephen Sondheim himself, and this is regarded as the best Stephen Sondheim literary piece. So we have Finishing the Hat and Look, I Made a Hat. These are Stephen Sondheim's complete lyrics with comments, amplifications, digressions, anecdotes, and just general thoughts by Stephen Sondheim. And the other one is this lovely book, which was sent to me by Steve Donahue also around a month ago, because he knows how much I love Stephen Sondheim. And so this is Sondheim and Company by Craig Zaden. And this is the authorized behind-the-scenes story of the making of Stephen Sondheim's musicals. This is a very beautiful sort of coffee table book, and it seems like a very big book, but I think I can read it very, very quickly, and it looks amazing. It's like a great artifact to have at home. So there we have Mr. Stephen Sondheim. I'm getting a little choked up just thinking about his passing, because before the COVID pandemic hit, I was going to see Company, the new revival of Company in New York, on Broadway, New York. And then, of course, the pandemic happened and it was canceled, and I had to postpone that trip. And now I finally have tickets to go and see that this upcoming March. So in March, I will be seeing Company, the revival, and this revival of Company, which was the musical that really got him into the sort of statute, the height, that's what really put him up there as one of the composers on Broadway. That was Company. He was there at 91 years old. He was there, front row, in the audience, and he was there for the opening night of the revival, and you can actually see that it's on video. And I'm so glad that he was able to witness the last opening night of a revival of one of his musicals, probably one of his most one of his dearest and most beloved and most important musicals. He was there. He was able to see it for the last time, and that fills me with bittersweet joy. But I will be able to be there next March and enjoy it. So that's how I will be rejoicing and celebrating Stephen Sondheim's life and legacy. I will be reading his work. I will be experiencing his work continuously, not just this live theater experience with company, but I will be, as part of my everyday life, I always listen to Sondheim. I sing Sondheim, and actually I think that's a great way to end this video. I will try to sing a little Sondheim for you. Thanks for watching. Blow out the candles, Mr. Sondheim, and make a wish. Want something. Just want something. Somebody hold me too close. Somebody hurt me too deep. Somebody sit in my chair and ruin my sleep and make me aware of being alive. Being alive. Somebody need me too much. Somebody know me too well. Somebody pull me up short and put me through hell and give me support for being alive. Make me alive. Make me alive. Make me confused. Mark me with praise. Let me be yours. Vary my days. But alone is alone. Not alone. Somebody crowd me with love. Somebody force me to care. Somebody make me come through. I'll always be there, as frightened as you, to help us survive. Being alive. Being alive. Being alive.